Welcome back, trainers, and today I have a special video for you. I have my brother here with me today. This
Hello.
is him, my little brother. How's it going, man?
Good.
Excellent. So we're just going to talk about the algorithm. I know some of you are sick and tired of hearing it, but some of you can't get enough of it. So I just wanted to have a little FaceTime with you and just talk face to face and just have a little conversation with my brother really quick, because there's too much gaslighting about this and I'm sick and tired of it. It's so obvious. And today was just absolutely bananas, especially having somebody who's got the cognitive thinking to see what's going on in front of them, to comprehend, oh yeah, this is completely like manipulated, next to me, so we can confirm it with each other. And if you're thinking, oh, it's your brother, yeah, he is, but he's got his own opinions too. So with that said, so today, you saw my last video with Garchomp. I was leading with Garchomp. We got ice, countered. As soon as I put Venusaur up front, what happens? We get countered with Charizard. So is this really coincidence? In your experience, when you're playing your games, what do you see, like, what kind of games do you see a manipulated algorithm in?
Yeah, so I play League of Legends pretty regularly, and it's a little more nuanced than Pokemon because there's 10 players, but you know it's pretty evident sometimes when you're in what they call it in League is loser's queue. So you'll start a game and everyone's just being toxic right off the bat. Like, you can just tell that these guys have been losing all day. I have a program to see stats, and you can see it all the time whenever you're in a queue that's basically meant to lose. So it's crazy because I don't play Pokemon Go too much. I used to, but it is pretty crazy to see him just kind of casually getting his daily battles in, you know, as I'm kind of just hanging out. And it's crazy to see, you know, he'll switch to a particular type, like you were saying, you know, Ivysaur, or Venusaur, sorry.
Yeah.
And then you'll see a Charizard come out right after. And, you know, I played classic Pokemon a lot, and that's...
Literally, I said, look, folks. I was sitting there, I said, all right, I'm putting Venusaur in the lead. I said it out loud. I said, watch, we're gonna get an ice type. It was Articuno right off the bat. I turned, I pointed, I said, look. He's like, yeah. He's like, like he agrees and everything, yeah. But it's just absolutely bananas. It's to the point where there's no way you cannot deny it. So the people are out here denying it. I feel like they've got ulterior motives. Absolutely. They're either trying to get sponsored by Niantic, they're working with Niantic, or they're just simply trying to go against what I'm saying or the narrative of what we're all saying that is out here. Anybody who's got two brain cells rubbed together can clearly see that there's this algorithm in the Go Battle League. There's no way that you're leading a rock type and then you see what? Water, grass, fighting, and then you switch to Venusaur, and then all of a sudden your rock type that was strong is flying, then you're going to see flying type, ice type, everything that the rock would have been super effective to, all of a sudden magically are gone from the beginning or from the lead, and you're seeing them counter you. It's just completely utterly nonsense. Come on, guys. So anyways, what this video is just a little fun face to face. I just wanted to bring you my brother to see, yeah, have him on camera. But what do you think? Do you think it's a coincidence that I'm just randomly running into these hard counters back to back, and then when I swap my team or swap the lead, I'm getting hard countered there? Is that a coincidence, do you think?
No, and it's funny too, because I was kind of in my mind thinking like, well, maybe it's just the meta. Maybe he's trying to use a Pokemon that's like the meta Pokemon is basically strong against the one he wants to just use, and then he would change, right? So like he'd be using Venusaur, and then he'd change to Garchomp, and I know dragons are weak to ice, and then he kept running into ice type. So I was like, it's clearly not the meta.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like whenever he changes his starting Pokemon, the fact that he can consistently get the same types right at the start is very strange. Feels very gaslighty.
Exactly. And so he goes on the internet. He's like, he searches it while I'm battling. He's like, all right, I'm going to look up the algorithm. I don't know exactly what you looked up on Google, but he looked up Google and he said, man, there's a lot of people that hate you. Or at least a lot of people that are going against the narrative of what you're saying.
Right.
And that's perfectly fine. People can have their own opinion and all that. But it's to the point where it's beyond their own opinion and it's more attacky and more a spiteful attitude against what I'm actually saying. And it's not like everybody needs to agree with me, but we've all have to come to a point where it's like, okay, we have to see what this is for what it is. I mean, for crying out loud, do most games keep you at a 51% win rate?
Yeah, they
kind of keep you coming back.
Correct. Yeah, they'll keep you playing because and there is research done in League of Legends, the game that I play, that once you attain the goal that you're after, whatever rank that may be, you do not necessarily stop playing per se, but you definitely play a lot less, right? So there's incentive to keep players playing the game and consistently keeping them from getting their goals, and in this case the ranked mode and PvP. There is benefits to the company to do that, right?
Absolutely. So when you looked it up on Google and you were looking for, like, is there an he looked up kind of like something like, what, like, is there an algorithm?
Yeah, basically looked up like, yeah, exactly that, like, is there a PvP algorithm for matchmaking in Pokemon Go? And I found all sorts of stuff, but consistently players, from what I was seeing, agree that there's some sort of system that feels really weird. Like, you get matched up, either you're really strong against the player that you got, like you have their weakness, or most of the time it seems as though they have your weakness in the front.
So exactly. So essentially, it's not like, what I'm not trying to say is the algorithm is always going to keep suppressing you with a knuckle on your, or at least a heel on your face. It's going to let you have nice leads. You're going to have neutral leads. You're going to be able to win. You probably could go 10-0, 15-0, or maybe 20-0, but you're going to see repercussion after that. And there's another round that we need to get into. I mean, we're going to make this brief, but we already all know about, we've been talking about at least, the easy mode and hard mode. And there could be multiple modes in between, but we've seen Niantic nerf shinies for remote raids. So how can we put it past them to do this, to kind of keep you in this mode of wanting to keep on playing, keep you suppressed to the point where you're at 50%, so you have to keep playing? And people say, well, what's the incentive? Why would they do that? What's the point? It's like, come on, man. It's not like a big rocket science equation. It's to keep you simply playing, because what will happen if we just battle random people? You would probably see teams that would sweep up. That's probably one of the reasons people would pick dominating teams, and they would just keep destroying without an algorithm to keep them in check. And then you have people who just skyrocket. So there is that. And then there's another thing where you keep coming back. You're not completely satisfied. If you keep on losing and keep this at 50%, you're like, oh, maybe today. They just keep making you come back. But if you're thinking, wait a minute, well, if I did really good, I would want to play more. Well, not necessarily. If you hit Legend, you probably would not want to play as much, or if you feel like you're so good, you probably kind of slack a little bit, or just let it go. Maybe. Depends. It depends on your personality. What I'm trying to say is, Niantic is keeping us in this manipulated state, and I wanted to emphasize this with my brother. It's not like we went into some sort of crazy in-depth with numbers. I mean, they got Pokemoners, guys. Yeah. Pokemoners is gone. Silph Road is gone. They're knocking us all out. They're taking it out. Okay, so we know what's going on here. So just want to bring my brother. This is him, guys. And I know we didn't go crazy in depth. I didn't want to get super conspiracy. I just wanted to do a little FaceTime with you all and get a little personal here, like I said in my last video. But yeah, so this is my brother. I love this guy, man. He's visiting. We got a little family stuff going on, as you may know, but things are working out. So glad you're here with me, man. And yeah, maybe we can do this again sometime.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, man. Well, take care, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!
You will see.